All right, hello everyone. My name is Mehmet Kaya. I'm an assistant professor at Syracuse University in New York. Today, I'm happy to welcome you to the 8th International Symposium on Digital Forensics and Security on behalf of its organizing team and all consortium members. Thank you to each one of you for joining us during this difficult time. So since its first meeting back in May 2013 in the Department of Software Engineering at Right University, Turkey, the symposium has been providing a setting for networking and focuses on research presentations from all around the world. Therefore, it provides a forum to learn about ongoing research, exchange ideas, and identify areas for research collaboration in the fields of digital forensics, information security, data privacy, cryptography, and computer science in general. Over the past 7 years, we have had very successful events in a number of very exciting places, such as Elazığ, Turkey, Houston, Texas, Ankara, Little Rock, Arkansas, Târgu Mureș, Romania, Antalya, Turkey, Barcelona, Portugal. And we were very excited and looking forward to meeting in Beirut, Lebanon this year, but due to the global pandemic, as you all know, we missed that opportunity this year. So hopefully that will, come again in a future date. So I can tell from my personal firsthand experience and observations that all participants benefited from these past symposiums greatly and left with a lot of valuable insights, research collaborations, and personal and professional connections. And I hope and believe that this year's event will also be very successful in achieving these objectives. So before I invite our keynote speakers, I would like to highlight a couple of points regarding the symposium and particularly the meeting this year. So firstly, we're going to have a live technical session right after the keynote speakers' presentations. In addition to that, most of the technical presentations are offered online, and you can find the links to the presentations and presentation recordings in the conference schedule. You can follow those links to listen to the presentations at any point directly from the author of the paper. Providing networking opportunities is one of our main objectives in the symposium, so please do not hesitate to reach out to the authors if you find their research interesting and would like to initiate research collaborations or connections with them. You can find their emails on their papers and you can contact the author of the paper directly and perhaps schedule a Zoom meeting with them if you want to talk more about their research. You can also post your questions and comments about the papers on the comments section on the YouTube videos if you prefer to do so. And we kindly ask all of the authors to follow the comments and on their presentation videos and respond to them as much as possible. We're also kindly asking you to keep your microphones muted during the presentations, and we would like to let you know that the meeting host may remotely mute your microphones to provide the best experience to all audience. We will start with 3 keynote speakers, followed by a live session today, the live session will include only 3 presentations. Our first speaker is the Associate Professor, Dr. Hassan Sabeti from Beirut, Lebanon, from the Arab Open University. He is the term chair of the symposium this year. And I would like to provide a brief biography of him. After receiving his engineering degree from the Ruhr University, Bochum, Germany, in 1994, he started his career as an engineer in Germany in the field of hardware and software development. In year 2001, he received his master's degree in modeling and intensive calculation from Francophonie University Association. In 2003, after having started his PhD, he received a full-time job offer from Arab Open University as a lecturer. He was then appointed as an assistant professor after receiving his PhD in 2005 in computer architecture from the University Polytechnique in France, La Mehroui, in collaboration with the University of Ghent, Belgium. Currently, he is an associate professor at the Arab Open University in Lebanon and the program coordinator for the master's programs. So please welcome Dr. Sabeti to give his presentation.
Thank you, Dr. Mohammed, for the introduction. Can you hear me very well?
Yeah, you sound really good.
Okay, great. Good day. Good day, everyone. Dear colleagues, welcome to our virtual 8th International Symposium on Digital Forensics and Security at the Arab Open University, Lebanon. I would like to start by wishing you and your families my personal best for your health and safety in these difficult times. This year, we were very excited to organize the symposium, but unfortunately, and due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we had to run it through video conferences, as we're doing right now. I would like to thank all those who contributed to the success of these symposiums. The researchers who believed in this symposium and submitted their papers, and the organizers of this symposium, you all made this event a reality despite the current situation. Thank you. The AOU Lebanon joined the Symposium Consortium 2 years ago, and it's as such a privilege to contribute and take part in organization of these symposiums. The AOU Lebanon, in cooperation with the Open University UK, has first introduced the MSc program in computing and offered only one track in software development. And later on, we offered another track, information security and forensics. The aim was to engage our students with the research community and those working in the security domain. And the first step was to join the ISDFS consortium. Looking at the bright side, the current pandemic situation proved that the advancement in ITC technology is serving well the well-being of humanity. Without the internet, mobile data networks, and their applications tracking the spread of the virus wouldn't have been possible. The ability to inform people throughout the world and to somehow control the activities of the ones who are infected was key in limiting the damage and controlling the spread of the virus. And this is how some countries such as China and South Korea were able to control the spread of the coronavirus. Other countries are now trying to follow these efforts. During the crisis, lockdown was enforced on people throughout the world. However, life, daily activities, and a lot of tasks must continue. Food supplies chain, academic institutions, and others. Hence, due to the advanced technology, the majority of people were able to conduct work from home, hence home office. Without the cloud technology and the existing virtual classroom software, such as Hangout and Zoom, which we are using today, education would have been suspended. We even wouldn't have been able to conduct these events. This symposium offers a major contribution to the advancement of the ITC technology, and hence is taking part in the effort of fighting COVID-19. I would like to thank you again for attending the 8th International Symposium on Digital Forensics and Security, ISDFS 2020. Your contribution made this symposium a success. We hope to meet you physically again in 2021 edition of the conference. I hope you will enjoy the conference and have a nice day.
So thank you.
You're welcome.
It definitely looks like a very exciting place,
Yes.
and hopefully we all will get a chance in future to visit that university. All right, so like I was saying, our next speaker is going to be Professor Dr. Asaf Varol. He's the General Chair of the Symposium from Prague University. I'm sure you all know him very well by now because of his great efforts in organizing these events, and I would like to share a short biography of him as well. Dr. Varol has extensive research and teaching experience from Prague University, Istanbul Technical University, Karlsruhe University in Germany. He received his PhD from Karadeniz Technical University in 1983, and he recently received a master's degree in the field of public administration in 2017 from Sam Houston State University. He joined academic studies on the field of computer systems at Indiana and Purdue Universities in 1990. He earned the title of associate professor in the field of energy education in 1991. In 1992, he had academic studies on computer-aided education and design at Salford and Bradford Universities in UK. In 1995, he was invited to Oklahoma State University in the US to have studies on vocational and technical education and informatics. He was invited to Germany to work on a project in the field of robotics at Bremen University, Germany in 1998. Between 2003 and 2005, he taught different courses at West Virginia University in the US. He was the chair of software engineering department at Frost University between 2011 and March 2020. He taught introduction to digital forensics and information assurance, quantitative foundations of computer science and computer science core topic courses at Sam Houston State University between 2004 and 2019. He's currently a full-time professor at the Department of Software Engineering at the College of Technology at Frost University. Dr. Aysef.
So thank you very much for this introduction. And first of all, before I begin, I would like to thank all of you to join to this symposium. And I hope, although we are not face-to-face, we will use the technology facilities and we will success to do this conference well. COVID-19 has been an unprecedented challenge for every nation in the world. While most of us moved to online remote teaching to protect ourselves and our loved ones, we continue to cheer the heroics of nurses, physicians, and other essential personnel who serves us. Once this pandemic started to show up in the headlines, we took a proactive approach early in March and got approved by IEEE to conduct this year's symposium series remotely. ISDFS has been held every year since its first occurrence in 2013. Therefore, as the organizers of the event, we did not want to skip a year no matter what the circumstances were going to be. In the end, this new lifestyle increased the importance of cybersecurity and digital forensics, and institutions, companies are moving more towards the online practice of their businesses. Therefore, the importance of sharing ideas about cybersecurity and digital forensics with research teaching communities and technology companies is more vital than yesterday. We truly hope we can physically get together for the 9th series of the event in 2021. However, it is evident that we will not able to go back to the lifestyle that we had before the pandemic and need to be ready for similar circumstances in future. That is why we know that this year's event is not intended to be all-inclusive, but will evolve over time as we learn more about this experience, as it provides important questions and checklists to consider moving forward. While originally scheduled to be held in Beirut, Lebanon, this year's event, the 8th International Symposium on Digital Forensics and Security, is held remotely online. ISDFS is an international symposium originally initiated in May 2013 by the Department of Software Engineering of College of Technology at Frost University, Turkey. ISDFS is organized by a consortium consist of Frost University, Sam Houston State University, Gazi University, University of Arkansas at Little Rock, San Diego State University, Youngstown State University, Hacettepe University, University of Medicine, Pharmacy, Sciences and Technology of Târgu Mureș, Romania, Polytechnic Institute of Kavedo and Eve, Balıkesir University, Başkent University, Association of Software and Cybersecurity of Turkey, Havelsan, Lebanon Arab University, and Singidunum University, Serbia. Historically, the first symposium in the chain was hosted by Frost University in Elazığ, Turkey on May 20 to 21, 2013. The second at Sam Houston State University in Houston, Texas, USA on May 12 to 13, 2014. The third at the Gazi University in Ankara, Turkey on May 11 to 12, 2015. The fourth at the University of Arkansas at Little Rock in Little Rock, Arkansas, USA on April 25 to 27, 2016. The fifth at the University of Medicine, Pharmacy, Sciences and Technology of Târgu Mureș, Romania on April 26 to 28, 2017. and the sixth one in Antalya, Turkey on March 25 to 28, 2018. And the seventh one at the Polytechnic Institute of Quevedo and Eve in Barcelos, Portugal on June 10 to 12, 2019. The symposium technical program organized into 5 tracks: digital forensics, information security, data privacy, cryptography, and computer science in general. Starting with the symposium in Arkansas, the conference has been sponsored by the IEEE Society, and scholarly works disseminated in the symposium have been cited by Explore Scientific Index. Before I finalize my talk, first I would like to express my sincere gratitude and appreciation to all of the consortium members for helping ISDFS to grow each year. We have received 92 paper submissions this year, even though the negative effects of COVID-19. Second, I also would like to extend my appreciation to the IEEE Lebanon section and Dr. Yara Abdallah, Rector of Arab Open University in Beirut, Lebanon, and Dr. Hassan Sbeiti for their generosity in support of ISDFS 2020. And finally, I would like to take this opportunity to thank scientific committee members for their help during the paper review process. Thank you. Okay, Mehmet Kaya, your turn now.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you, Dr. Navarro, for all of the efforts that you put into organizing these events. It's definitely, you know, for your initiatives that, like, you know, the sequence of events are taking place, and, you know, we have been all really benefiting from it. So we're going to have a video presentation that shows, it gives us information and, you know, introduces Frat University to us.
Nowadays, with nearly a population of 600,000 people, Al-Azhar is the most valuable pearl in Frat University. The academic life, which began with a technical college in 1967 at Frat University, continues today with 312 departments at college, undergraduate and master's and PhD graduate degrees. With 45,000 students, 2,000 academic staff, 4,000 personnel, and a land of 7 million square meters, Frat University is considered to be the largest university in its region. Frat University constitutes of 4 institutions, 16 faculties, 2 colleges, 9 vocational colleges, 1 state conservatory, as well as hosting 25 research centers, 24 hours broadcasting radio, and a TV with a global concern newspapers. Frat University is the 5th Turkish university, members of the United Nations, conducts bilateral and multiple scientific collaborations with many global higher education networks, such as the World University Council and the European Higher Education Area. According to the university's Europe data, being among the top 1,000 universities in the world is a source of pride of its scientific activities. Leaving behind Turkey's important technical universities, Frat takes the 5th place in the engineering discipline, then ranking 18th according to 2019 statistics, is not a mere coincidence. Without the need for any prolongation, the students of Frat University have the chance to have a major diploma, a double major diploma, a European Union diploma supplement during the same period. Moreover, the diplomas of the joint programs conducted with other partner countries, particularly the USA, are among many other gains of our students. In addition, our students continue their education domestically or abroad with the help of exchange programs such as Maulana and Erasmus, which grant them opportunity of exchange and job opportunities within 130 universities around the world. At Frat University, you can either stay in campus where you can spend a peaceful and calm time in the forests and parks, or you can take a 15-minute walk to the city to take part in many entertaining activities. All the parks inside campus were designed to be the address of you and your friends' scientific and social meetings. Within the university, more than 100 scientific, art, social and sports clubs take place. Taking part in them, you can introduce your name, your club's name and university's name to the world while doing activities that interest you the most. In addition to the spring festivities, graduation nights and a year-end balls held every year at the university, different activities, concerts provide students a pleasant time. Exhibitions, artistic performances, environmental trips, and national and international tours are the usual activities you will come across at Frat University. Frat University has over 2,000 international students from 50 countries today, with an international prestigious exam, FIUS, created to select international candidate students. Tömer, on the other hand, is very functional as a center where foreign students learn languages and socialize. There are many dormitories for girls and boys around the campus. In private dormitories, students can easily accommodate at affordable prices in a peaceful and safe manner. Frat University Hospital, founded in 1984, is one of the regional hospitals in the east of our country. The Faculty of Medicine, which provides education at European Union standards with its giant healthcare staff, accepts patients from 4 continents. The Frat University Hospital, which is equipped with highly modern and world-class equipment, provides services to the local people in the diagnosis and treatment of all diseases, from 47 departments and 73 outpatient services, and from oncology treatment to organ transplantation. In addition to traditional teaching and research roles, our academicians added marketing and consultancy roles. They also provide training and life coaching services to students of Frat University who are doing business worldwide. Frat University, which has received high rankings and awards in the national and international competitions with the projects by our advisor academics and students together, is ambitious in raising every student as the best student. Frat University, with its modern educational approaches that focus on students as well as the spirit of togetherness created by the academicians and administrative employees, all the stakeholders who were able to conduct the we-centered works and who is making plans by foreseeing the future from today and which has been praised in the world for its name, is waiting for you for a better future.
Thank you for this beautiful presentation of Frat University. All right, so last but not least, we're going to have, so our schedule in this part of our plan, we were going to have a talk from our third keynote speaker, Mrs. Dr. Yara Abdullah, who is Director of Arab Open University. Unfortunately, she couldn't make it. She's not here with us today, but she was kind enough to share a presentation that we can view. She's the Rector of Arab Open University. She was the academic vice rector prior to coming to her current position, and then she holds a PhD in business administration. So now we're going to see a presentation from one of her team members.
Hello, everyone. First of all, Dr. Yara Abdullah sends her apologies for not being able to welcome you herself and to give this opening speech due to unforeseen and urgent events. So on behalf of Dr. Abdullah and the OU team, I would like to welcome all of you to the 8th International Symposium on Digital Forensics and Security. The Arab University was excited to organize the symposium and was actually looking forward to physically host it in Beirut and welcome all participants to our vibrant city. The current global pandemic has disrupted our plans and forced the symposium to be moved online. Coincidentally, the fallout of COVID-19 underscores many cybersecurity problems and encourages revisiting cybersecurity strategies and policies on a global level. As public health guidelines have pushed public and private sector institutions from all industries around the globe to switch to remote online operations, issues of security in cyberspace become more critical. COVID-19 has cybersecurity relevance because it has generated solemn revelations of lingering challenges, unsettled disagreements, and overlooked signs that continue to regulate cybersecurity worldwide. In cyberspace, dependency generates weaknesses. Following the COVID-19 pandemic, malicious efforts to take advantage of the unexpected and rapid societal move online have thrived. Developing knowledge in cybersecurity has become a necessity for all organizations and governments, and it has become a matter of national security. Achieving this, however, needs a robust economy, government reforms for improved cybersecurity readiness, and cooperation between academia and private and public sectors to reinforce cybersecurity positions. The Arab Open University was the first academic institution in Lebanon to recognize the significance of cyberspace and cybersecurity issues for the future and to introduce a master's program in information security and forensics. The program was carefully designed in cooperation with consultants from the UK to offer our graduate students state-of-the-art knowledge in the domain. We look forward to the exchange of research ideas and knowledge over the coming 2 days to enlighten the future debate and policy making on issues of cyberspace, infrastructure design, and cybersecurity. Thank you.
All right, so our program is going to continue with a technical session, but before we move on to that, I would like to take a couple of questions from the audience if you have any to our keynote speakers. We have Dr. Navarro and Dr. Sabeti from Beirut, Lebanon. So if you have any questions to them, we can take a couple of minutes to answer. All right, so then I would like to invite Dr. Navarro, the session chair, to start the first technical session.
So, thank you very much, Dr. Kaya. This is our first session, and in this session we have 3 online presentation. And the first presentation will be held by Cerenomy, and the title of the paper is Multi-Key Homomorphic Encryption Create New Multiple Logic Gates and Arithmetic Circuits. And each presenter can use only 15 minutes maximum, and then we will take the questions if you have any. Okay, please, Dr. Nam, I think, and you can begin now. Thank you.
I tried to share my screen. I can't.
You can share, please.
Okay, now you can share, I think.
Are you able to see?
Yes, we can see now.
Okay. So the topic I'm going to go through is basically multi-key homomorphic encryption, creating multiple logic gates and arithmetic circuits. Okay. Basically, I'm a lecturer from Temasek Polytechnic. Okay. Basically, I have 2 students basically work on the topic. The main student that worked on this topic was Akaksin. He was my final year student. So I'll go through 3 main points throughout the whole entire presentation process. The first thing is the background, why we started this thing. The second thing is gate creation, followed by latency test. The third is arithmetic circuit creation, followed by latency test. What Why do we want to go about doing this? Because basically, homomorphic encryption has been around for almost the past 10 plus years because of the three main states of today in terms of the data part. We have data at rest, data in transit, data in use, which is the key part, which is what homomorphic encryption is capable of doing most of the time. There are three generations of homomorphic encryption. First is first generation, which is by Craig, by IBM. He was from his PhD in IBM. Basically, 2009 was first generation. He made use of a lattice-based method to create the homomorphic encryption. The latency then was about 30 plus minutes. It was the very first generation of homomorphic encryption. Then followed by the BGV, basically the HE-LIB, which is about the second generation that comes in 2012 in terms of computation-wise. The latency was about 5 to 10 minutes. It has improved over the first generation. Then followed by the third generation, which is FHEW and TFHE. TFHE is basically by the French University, which actually basically the GSW model, which is the third generation, 2016. This is basically the three generation of homomorphic encryption so far we're looking at. Of course, there is also partial homomorphic encryption, but basically we are looking more in terms of the homomorphic encryption as a fully homomorphic encryption. So they can arbitrarily do all kinds of stuff that most people are doing. There are three approaches. The first approach that most people has been doing, which is the integer calculation, modular calculation, which is what Microsoft and MIT is doing, BGV model. The Korean University, they are doing the CKKS model, which is the floating point. And then the last one is the bits, because if you want to do general calculation, you need integer. Let's say you need to do any addition, subtraction, you deal with integers. That's like any processor, you deal with integers. You deal with a floating point, that's why processors has floating point units. We also need to deal with binaries. Currently, we are the only institute out there that actually trying to do all three at the same time. Because if you look at, there is a Microsoft and MIT actually standardization consortium. But it's a cut across three different libraries. They have the integer version, they have the floating point. You have to use a library that combine together with a bit part. So that is one of the motivation that we are trying to do, because end of the day, if you try to deal with 3 or 4 library, it becomes extremely complicated to go and learn about all of them and to code them. So basically, we started off with a Boolean circuit, which is what TFHE is. I'll go a little bit further on TFHE now. The torus are full homomorphic, which is about 13 milliseconds. The full homomorphic encryption on TFHE is basically done in 2016 by the lady in University of Versailles. Basically, what they have done is they make use of torus to actually speed up the process of the encryption method. So when you do encryption, they basically, the bootstrap time actually reduce significantly down to, with the calculation, is about 13 milliseconds. The other part of it is because we have an earlier paper, actually, last year I went to Oxford to publish the one that is on the enhancement on the TFHE, which actually we try to enhance because it does not support the arithmetic calculation. We have a second paper and a third paper in Japan actually with floating points calculation at this point in time. So this is the fourth paper that we are working on. We have actually worked on. This part is basically what we are trying to do is with secure multi-party computation, because for past all the papers that we have seen online, I don't know about 2020, but since 2019, they are most of the crypto using homomorphic encryption is using a single pair of key, basically one pair of key, all in totality. So this is the in 2012, the guys in IBM. Basically, they have started off a multi-key processing, so that basically they're making use of secure multi-party computation, because in order for calculation to take place, for example, you have multiple parties where you want to do all the calculation together, you need to have many keys rather than a single key. You cannot just deal with just public the calculation, let's say, is done in the cloud. You want to have multiple people to be able to have multiple keys and then add keys into the system itself. So that is why there is such a movement to move into multi-keys. Okay? In terms of CPU-wise, if you take a look, Intel is doing something multi-keys without homomorphic encryption. AMD is doing multi-keys also at their CPU level, but most of them are not homomorphic encryption. The starting point is actually at Gen 2 with BGV by Lopez at IBM. The lady in Versailles, Chile Totti, basically they have done another paper on 2019. They started off the multi-key using TFHE, porous full homomorphic encryption. That's one fact. Okay, so basically they are doing binary circuits with bits, they're using bits. So they deal with AND gates, OR gates, and all this sort of stuff. But for their implementation, they only did NAND gates and a copy operation. The rest of the gates doesn't exist. It's very difficult for researchers and other people to continue or work on more things, more circuit, in order to do all the necessary circuit calculation. So what we did is, me and my students, we actually try to build on top of the NAND gates. We produce AND gates, OR gates, NOR gates, NOR, and XNOR. We have some issue with multiplex. We have some issue because multiplex seems does not work. Some calculation error. At the end of the day, because we don't understand why, because we use the same library as provided by the Versailles University, but currently the problem is when we try to build on top of that and have a multiplex gate, it doesn't work nicely. But the rest of the gate will work nicely, because in order to get most of the, if you understand building up of a processor, you need all these basic gates. For example, a simple adder, for simple addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, you need all these basic gates. Okay? So we actually also tested all the logic gates latency. Okay? These are the computation. This was given, the NAND gate was the thing that they were given, but I don't think Versailles University, they do not have the time to continue to do the rest of it. So we basically did all the rest of the gates. We did OR gate, AND gate, NOR gate, XNOR and NOR gate using this computation table. Okay? The computation table was not given. Well, what we did is we actually reverse engineer and took a look, because the source code was provided. So we actually look at all the what they have done for the TFHE, and then we actually re-implement the whole entire thing on the multi-key portion. Okay, so these are newly created for to support the necessary computation. So performance-wise, so we did create all the gates, and we did a test of all the performance. Since the AND gate was performed the best, was 0.25 seconds. Yes, it's a lot slower. We actually have an Oxford paper. It was only about 45 milliseconds earlier on, but currently at this juncture, you can see on average it's about 0.2 of a second if we start doing multi-keys. There is a lot additional delay in terms of computation when we started to have multi-keys. That's a difference. Arithmetic circuits, we on top of that, then we are able to start building arithmetic circuit on top of it. Okay? Things like adder, subtractor, multiplier, and divider, okay? Using the newly created gates. Some of this stuff. Okay? And we also tested all the arithmetic circuit latency. If you take a look, okay, this is an adder process that we done. So you need to have XOR process. You need to have an AND operation. Okay? Adder. So that is basically what we done for the adder. We created adder. The adder can do a 16-bit process and do a 32-bit process. Okay? We also did two complements, which actually basically end of the day be able to process it as a subtractor. So we be able to do subtraction of that, which is also support 16 bit, 32 bits. Okay, anything more than that, at this juncture we have issues. Okay, because at the library level it only support 32 bits. Okay, for 64 bits, probably upcoming papers. We are still working hard on the future on top of 32 bits because computationally it has some issues. We also did multiplier. We're able to multiply up to 16 bits at this point in time because any numbers beyond that, there is some constraint. Yeah, we will work on it on the future paper to increase it to a higher order. And we also did a divider circuit. This is a restore division algorithm. It's one of the algorithms that actually did not need compare. Okay? The main part of homomorphic encryption is if we start to do compare, it will cause issue to the problem because you want encryption, you want to do hiding of information from everyone. But so end of the day, when you send to the cloud, you don't trust the cloud. It's a zero trust model. So you don't want to do comparison. Comparison will leak out information and have issues. So that is why we use restore division algorithm to do divider circuit end of the day. It's a bit slow in comparison at this juncture in time because at this point in time we are dealing with just pure integer. We have did a floating point paper earlier on. When we move into floating point, the division circuit will run a lot faster than the current state. Okay, so but we have not reached to the point for multi-key. We have actually did some things for the normal homomorphic. So far, I hope I did not speak very fast. Hope you all can catch what I'm telling. Okay? Okay. And okay. So performance. We did it on an i7, not a multi-processor yet. We did earlier on. We did some multi-processor process. So we did an 8-bit, 16-bit, and 32-bit timing. All these things is in terms of seconds. So either takes about 4 seconds for 8-bit. It's quite a linear process. Some of them it may go a little bit exponential because of the complication of the gates and the complication of the amount of bits. As you can see, when you go to divide, it becomes a very huge amount. But multiply, I think divide in the long run will reduce down to kind of a multiply in terms of seconds. So it will be about multi-key will tend to go a bit higher. This is if there's one party is actually quite equivalent to the previous model, but this is still longer. What really makes use is the two-party one. Based on the statistics itself, that most at least a two-party can do addition with a defaulter different set of keys. This is a single pair with one party. It is still the same, but we're using the new library that is provided. This one is using a new this is two parties. This actually makes more sense. The timing wise, you can see is astronomical increase in a very huge way. We managed to do it and test it out. For functional use, I don't think it is reasonable now. But as time goes by, we will try to optimize it and test out. Because the timing, the statistics timing that we get from is basically what the previous paper that the Versailles University is using. We will intend to go and take a look at what additional statistics that we can improve to make the performance of the arithmetic circuit faster. Because currently, no one is actually doing this. This, in terms of the graph wise, you can see this looks a little bit more linear. As it goes towards the division, it goes a lot more exponential. The division circuit, yes, is slow. But if we start moving into the floating point algorithm, which we have not done yet because we have earlier paper which we presented in Japan. So it will down to the kind of the multiplication circuit because we can do something to optimize this. We have not reached that point yet. It will take some time because all these are actually coding. This circuit is actually very complicated. especially for my students. So it will take a while for us to get to that point. So I finished most of the presentation. Any question, any comments?
So thank you very much for this interesting topic, and really I appreciate to listen to you. And now, before I give a speech to the audience to ask the questions, I would like to make an announcement about the videos. These videos are recorded and will be released on YouTube. Therefore, you can reach these slides later in YouTube. Okay, are there questions from audience? Dr. Yap, can you please leave the screen? Sharing, okay, okay. Are there questions from audience or participants? Okay, I think there isn't any question, therefore we can jump to next speech, and the next paper is Cybersecurity of Lebanon, a large-scale empirical study of critical vulnerabilities. And Dr. Yasser Fadallah will present it. Are you there?
Yes, do you hear me?
Yes, we are hearing you.
Hello, hello everybody. So I need to share my screen first, maybe?
Yeah.
So is it well shared, the screen?
Yes, we can see your papers, your PowerPoint slides now.
Okay. So you only see the slides, right?
Yes, we can see your face and even the paper.
Okay, great. Okay, so hello everybody. What I'm going to present today for you is our paper that's titled On the Cybersecurity of Lebanon, a large-scale empirical study of critical vulnerabilities. So I'm Yasser Fadallah. I'm from the University of Sciences and Arts in Lebanon, USAB, and I'm at the Computer Science Department. Actually, the authors of the papers are Yasser Fadallah, which is me, myself, Mohammed Zbaiti, Mohammed Hamoud, Mohammed Namni, and Ahmed Fadlallah. So, and actually, here we can say that these are the authors of the paper, but more than that, these are actually the main people in a team that we are let's say we are building together in order to consolidate the cybersecurity in Lebanon and to increase actually the awareness. Because actually, what is the problem in Lebanon? The problem is that there is I think that not only in Lebanon, it's worldwide. But let's talk about Lebanon since this is our case study. But actually, there is a lack of security awareness in general. I mean, also the system owners. I'm not only talking about people in general. The IT system owners do not realize how important is to secure their systems, and also do not know the impact, the real impact that can cause any vulnerability on their systems. So actually, the aim of our paper is to prove that. Okay, because everybody say, okay, we know maybe that they are not aware, but we prove that what kind of result can we get if we do really a real study to have things in numbers. So how many systems are vulnerable? I mean, what is the ratio of people that are not or system owners or administrators that are not aware of this, or they are not applying the best practices of information security? So the outline of this presentation will be the following. I will start with an introduction where I will introduce our work. Then I will move to talk briefly about a framework or a platform that is called actually the CERT Information Gathering Platform or Framework. I'll just give a brief presentation since this is not published yet. Then I will move to talk about to just show some selected vulnerabilities for our experimental study. Then we will evaluate the attack surface of Lebanon and to find how many vulnerable systems in different sectors, etc. And at the end, I will conclude the presentation. Actually, nowadays, the connected devices are increasing in an exponential way. For example, in 2015, maybe this is outdated, but I mean, it was forecast by Cisco that in 2022, 29 billion IoT devices will be connected. Okay, and this actually, this graph actually shows this increase forecast. So actually, what does this increasing in cybersecurity, or for people working in cybersecurity, what does this increasing number of connected entities means? It means that the attack surface will become actually larger. So the number of successful large-scale attack will be rising with this increase of connected devices. Okay, now what is the main question to be answered? The main question to be answered is how could new generations of technology, for example, the 5th generation or 5G, how can this generation be well equipped against security threats? Okay, so this is the main question that needs actually an answer. I mean, the answer, let's say the trivial answer will be, okay, let's apply the best practices, and this will provide actually an answer to this question. Okay, this is true. However, critical vulnerabilities are still available. Let's give examples. First example is, let's have, for example, an internet application that will have, for example, some added features, and these features are not tested yet. Okay, this will actually wipe us maybe due to some priorities or some lack of resources. And this actually, I mean, these features, if they are not tested, they might include some vulnerability that could lead to some full compromise of the system or whatever. Another example will be, for example, let's say inside in a company, the patch management is applied based on fixed relaxed intervals, and sometimes these intervals are, let's say, for example, 48 hours, let's say. So in between or during these 48 hours, maybe we will have some vulnerability and some exploit to exploit the system, and this will actually also lead to a compromise. Sorry. Another example is actually the lack of real-time detection of some attacks in some segment for the IT infrastructure due to proper configuration. Okay, so all on these three examples can show that although the best practices, if we apply the best practices, we might always have the possibility of to be, let's say, attacked. So in order to well address the security issue, we will call actually the approach that is called, maybe all of you know this approach, red teaming. So what is red teaming? Red teaming actually conducts vulnerability assessment in a live environment with an adversarial point of view on the whole target scope and without advising security staff. Okay. So this red teaming approach will have the following added value. It will actually, the red teaming activities will assess the overall effectiveness of the implemented security measures in live environment. So it will give you a real assessment of, your let's say security practice that you apply, which is effective or which is not effective. It will demonstrate the impact. The impact might be great of any cyber attack that you might have, and it will actually improve the ability of cybersecurity staff and users, as well as identifying gaps. Okay, so the gaps can be either any gap can be identified due to red teaming activities. Okay, so now let's state our work in this introduction. Actually, our work or our project that started actually here and is continuing aims actually to introduce. This work introduces a project. Okay, so we initiate a project between USL University, the Computer Science Department, and some other researchers from let's say from different companies, and we are all working together under the umbrella of a Lebanese association that is called CERT, which is the Cybersecurity Empowering Research Team. And the goal of this association is to continuously evaluate the attack surface of the Lebanese perimeter. In order to what? In order to capture critical vulnerabilities in the Lebanese perimeter and report at decent time, and give actually the way for government-supported red teaming activities in Lebanon. Okay, so let's now move to briefly talk about the CERT information gathering framework. So what is the framework that we use, or let's say the platform? Is actually the platform is this is the core that helps us to find any vulnerability and to assess any system. It is actually a novel combination of systems for identifying and evaluating the attack surface of Lebanon in real time. Okay, a novel combination of systems. Which kind of systems actually? Systems, for example, that gathers IP addresses, systems that gather actually DNS, that analyze vulnerability semi-passively, that sends email automatically. Also, systems that visualize the statistics of any result we can get. Okay, all these kind of systems are actually combined in this platform, and this platform will actually will interconnect different systems to efficiently actually collect all the information that we might need. Okay, and what are these systems? Actually, they are all based on open source Ozinet actually tools. Okay, let's say like Shodan, like ZMAP, like WHOIS database. All these systems, different systems are connected together in this platform. Maybe I can't talk because this platform is still not published yet. So, but once this platform is published, actually it will be really an attractive solution for risk management of Lebanon as a country, or of contractual partners like companies operating in Lebanon. Okay, just to go more briefly in detail to say, so what are the blocks of this platform? The first block is the passive IT infrastructure inventory. So with this actually inventory, we crawl the WHOIS database to collect IP addresses. We collect actually the Lebanese subdomains. We also gather main domains from yellow pages. The second block is the semi-passive vulnerability analysis, and this actually connects different semi-passive vulnerability analysis and other Ozinet tools like Shodan, ZMAP, ZGrab, Web Analyze, and also other actually proof of concepts or POCs of critical vulnerability. Actually, this block aims to verify the vulnerability on time. So the first block, the aim is to gather all IT information that we are going to use to analyze, let's say, to gather the systems. And then the second block aims to verify if these systems are vulnerable. The third block is the security dashboard. And this dashboard is just to visualize the results. So it includes actually both statistics and managerial charts, as well as detailed technical view for a security expert to analyze data. Okay, so this is about the platform. Now, okay, so to continue our work, now that we know the context, we have the framework, let's say the platform. Now, to start our experimental study, we need to select some vulnerabilities. Okay, so the experimental study actually it was performed to assess the attack surface of Lebanon perimeters. This end actually, we said, okay, what are the IP of Lebanon? So there is actually around 612,000 IP addresses that we gathered actually from the WHOIS database, and there are actually also around 24,000 domains that we gathered from tools like Red Asset and Mass DNS. Then, once we have these addresses, the critical unauthenticated remote vulnerabilities were selected based on which the security posture of Lebanon's IT infrastructure was exposed. So now, regarding the vulnerabilities, how did we decide which vulnerability to select to assess the system to see if the systems have this vulnerability, are vulnerable or are exposed to this vulnerability or not? We said, okay, we will select a vulnerability based on the following reasons. The first is to say, okay, is this vulnerability severe and can it be remotely exploitable? This is the first reason. Then we asked, do we have a proof of concept, okay, for this vulnerability? Or let's say, do we have an online POC, which is actually for public, okay, anyone can use this. The third is to say, okay, what about the high number of potential affected system or the critical of these? For example, some vulnerability, we can find that there is a lot of, or there is many systems that are exposed to this vulnerability, but for some others, we can find only one or two systems, but these systems are critical. For example, a system that belongs to, let's say, a bank or to let's say, a governmental system, okay? And the last reason, which is actually the timeliness of the vulnerability. Okay, so here are actually the selected vulnerability. Okay, so I'm not going to read the whole table where actually we have 10 selected vulnerabilities. The first is actually in the Citrix application delivery controller gateway. This is software. Actually, the disclosure date of this vulnerability is 27 December to 2019, and the affected version are from 10.5, 11.1, etc. Okay, and the damage is to perform. You can with this actually with the exploit, you can perform arbitrary code execution leading to the compromise of the system. Another one is the Microsoft SharePoint. It is actually an unauthenticated RCE, and the damage is run an arbitrary code in the context of the SharePoint application pool and the SharePoint server form account. The MikroTik also a router operating system. The vulnerability is actually the DNS cache poisoning. And the DNS cache poisoning is actually very dangerous. So you can get a remote access to the DNS cache poisoning. So you can actually, with this exploit, you can just update the firmware as you like of the router. And the affected versions are the MikroTik router with an operating system of version 6.55 and below. Also, the remote desktop protocol known as BlueKeep. Also, the damage is you can specially craft request and lead to a full compromise of the system. Affected version are Windows Server 2008 and R2 Release 2, and the original one and the 2003. This is all the date is May 2019. Also, the pulse secure connected with which you can have an arbitrary file reading and just read a file with you can read the credential actually in a plain text from the cache of all the recent logins. Okay. Also, the Oracle WebLogic, the MikroTik Winbox. Actually, some of these are of these software. Some of these are softwares for like let's say personal computers or servers or routers actually. So the attack surface is not only personal computers. I mean, whole IT infrastructure. Okay. So now I move on to evaluate. details of these vulnerabilities are in the paper, so you can feel the paper to read more about them. And actually, the references also of these vulnerabilities are mentioned in the paper. So you can feel free to check the paper and to check the reference. Okay, so let's now move to evaluate the attack surface. What we said, okay, we have let's say around 6,000 address. Now what we, let's say for example, we want to test for the Oracle WebLogic, okay, this software. Okay, so the Oracle WebLogic is actually, it works on the port 7001. The Winbox, for example, it runs on the port 8291. Okay? So, okay, let's first, for example, regarding the Oracle WebLogic, what are the systems among these 600,000 systems? What are the systems that have this port open? Let's say, for example, 200, 1,000, 3,000. Okay, so we say, okay, so these systems now are potential systems to be vulnerable. We want to check which of these systems are vulnerable to the WebLogic. And we did the same for the Winbox, the FortiOS Pulse Secure, the Citrix, etc. for the vulnerability. And what we found actually, we found that we have for the 10 vulnerabilities, we have actually 44,000 systems that use any of these 10 softwares. Okay. So we said, okay, so now our results are from these systems. What we did actually first from those systems, we first chose, chose the per vulnerability potential affected system. Then we said, okay, we have the proof of concept, for example, for each vulnerability, we have the exploit. So, okay, we will try to run to check if this system is vulnerable or not. And then to once the vulnerable system is identified, the affected targets were notified actually the email. So actually, it's not a code that was run; it's just a small request actually. Okay, now regarding the result, so the first, let's say, the first figure here presents actually the ratio of unpatched systems in the perimeter of Lebanon. So for example, let's take as an example the Citrix ADC gateway. We found that 153 systems use the Citrix gateway, ADC gateway, and among these systems, there are actually 43 systems vulnerable. Okay, and also for the MikroTik router OS, and this is actually the DNS poisoning. We have actually 1,000 or let's say 1,208 systems vulnerable among 3,000 and something, which is actually the ratio was here like 30%, so more than 32% of the systems were vulnerable to the DNS poisoning attack. For the Citrix, actually more than 25% were vulnerable. Okay, etc. So when we say, okay, these are still vulnerable, simply because they are unpatched, okay? So this is actually, and the ratio of unpatched system, which is actually is high, especially if you look at the Citrix, the MikroTik, and the Fortinet. And okay, maybe I'm not allowed to talk more than that, but it's really actually, sometimes the one vulnerable system is really dangerous, okay? Because the system that is vulnerable is really critical. Okay, now if we want to see this per sector, we can find that the whole vulnerable system that we found, 22% of these systems belong actually to the technology sector, and 5% belong to the governmental sector, 10% to the banking sector, which is actually an interesting result and surprising at the same time. And for retail and business, 21% is from the business sector, insurance sector 6%, entertainment 4%, education and healthcare 10%, and construction and consultancy 15%. Now, okay, we said, okay, so let's have a look on the budget. Okay, we found, for example, here that the banking sector there is 10%, the technology sector 22%. I mean, why? Is this related to budget or to budget issues, or what is the reason? When we try to see the budget that the sectors spend on security to defend their system, we found that the banking and the telecommunication sectors are the most, are the sectors that are paying the most to defend their security systems or their information systems. But what is interesting is that the banking sector in 2016, it has a really, they really had actually great budget or high budget for information security services. However, in 2019, it increased actually to, let's say, by 70%. And this is actually, this is surprising. The telecommunication sector is the only sector that is being more and more on security services.
Dr. Fadala,
yeah.
Summarize in 2 minutes, please, because the time is going and there are other people.
Okay, I'm almost done. Okay, I'm done. Okay, sorry. Okay, so this is so it might be said, okay, it might be related to budget issues. Now we said, okay, let's notify to see the incident handling. We found actually that so what we did actually, we notified the administrators. Some of them has reacted because we did a second scan. And the second scan we found that, for example, in the specific ADC gateway, the number of vulnerable systems decreased actually. But however, in some others, for example, the live ray portal, there is nothing. Okay, so we said, okay, let's check per sector. The banking sector is, after like let's say less than 1 week, there is no vulnerable system in the banking sectors. However, in other sectors, still like let's say the business and retail, no one updated his system. Okay? So this results are about incident handling. So as a conclusion, okay, so in our work we try to shed the light on the security issues facing the information systems deployed in Lebanese companies, associations, and institutions. We use a platform that interconnects different data sources to gather all important information. Many vulnerable systems were identified from diverse sectors, including critical ones like banking. And we found that the main lab actually was applying 2 core best practices, which are the patch management and the incident handling. And another crucial issue highlighted in this paper was that only few sectors have allocated decent budget for security services. So the future direction is the following. Given these facts, we perceive that the next step can be to enhance the cybersecurity level in Lebanon by involving international cybersecurity firms, Lebanese ISPs, system administrators, research team, and delegated staff. We need all of us should be involved in the evaluation and remediation of Lebanon's attack surface, and thereby paving the way for government support blocking activities. And thank you for your attention and free for.
So thank you very much, Dr. Fadala, for this interesting presentation.
Thank you very much.
And because of time limiting, I would like to ask the audience, are there questions? We can take one or two questions. Can you leave, please, sharing your screen?
Okay, I will leave it here. Okay.
Are there questions? Nobody? Okay, thank you very much again.
Okay, thank you.
And I hope in future we can collaborate to study on the subjects together with Fırat University and Arab Open University in Lebanon. And now we are going to the third presentation. And the third presentation will be held by Lazaro Herrera. And the title of the paper is Challenges of Acquiring Mobile Devices while Minimizing the Loss of Usable Forensics Data. Okay, now.
Morning. Why can I not share? All right. Good morning, everyone. So this is my topic. This was supposed to be some sort of workshop, but unfortunately we are not meeting physically, so we'll figure out what we can do. All right. So in modern forensics, you're sometimes dealing a lot with mobile devices, and these are some of the challenges that you're gonna encounter if you ever handed a mobile device for any sort of forensics work, right?
So, I don't know excuse me for interrupting. I don't know if you're sharing, but I'm personally not seeing your.
You cannot see what I am. Okay. Screen recording. There you go. All right.
There should be a green share screen button in the middle of the toolbar on the bottom of your screen.
Right.
Yes.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Right. That exact moment my back decided to be frame. All right. Come on, Google Drive. You can do it. All right. So as I was saying, before by my MacBook now working. These are the challenges of come on. And all right, so we're not going to present that. All right, so the challenges of acquiring mobile devices, minimize the loss of forensics data. Just gonna have to do this way. So here's a quick primer on acquisitions, in case you've never heard anything about it. So acquiring a device is when you take some data from a device like this one, and you try to extract some sort of forensic usage out of it, right? The main types are logical acquisitions, file system acquisitions, and physical acquisitions. At the software level, you'll sometimes be able to get logical stuff pretty cheap. You don't have to pay a lot of money, for expensive tooling. But if you're going to go to physical, you're probably going to have to overpay for something from Celebrite or whatever, which would be really expensive. So on that front, physical acquisitions give you a lot of more data, like deleted data. So if somebody's been deleting files off their phone for whatever reason, you'll get that info. You also get the actual files. Well, logical acquisitions just give you what the operating system, like Android or iOS, are able to provide for you. On the acquisition fronts, you also have JTAG and cloud-based acquisitions, where you're actually attacking the chips on the board or connecting into debug points, or cloud-based, where you're extracting from Google Drive or iCloud. This was supposed to be a kind of workshop presentation where everybody would get a chance to try some of these tools or whatever, but we're not there. But if you are at home and you want to try this yourself, you can get yourself the tools. I've picked a couple of free tools. This slide, I think, is in my presentation. So you can download some of these tools and extract your own phone and see what data is available, which is cool. You might learn something out of it, right? So the presentation style is just going to be a regular day for a forensics professional. The only thing you're going to need is some sort of note-taking materials, or just like a calculator to keep track of it. And all the information is up to date until today. That would be on Android or iOS 10 and 13.5 respectively. Right? So first thing that can happen is you get a phone call, and somebody calls you and they say, "Oh, we need your help. Come down for helping out with this forensics investigation." And somebody might give you a pre-made kit, which we have one. Like, let's say right here, you have a pre-made kit that has stuff in it. So your first choice is always, do you double check everything or do you just go? So if you wanna play along, just mentally keep track of what you're doing. So if you're in a rush, just go. Otherwise, you double check everything, right? So once you get there, there's a person being escorted out in handcuffs. They probably did something. And somebody comes to you and explains to you they left the phone on their desk. And there's somebody saying, "Hey, I caught the whole thing on video," and they're waving their phone back and forth. So obviously there's some sort of video that helps whatever. So let's talk about what the first challenge will be, right? So you get to the suspect's desk, you see a phone. Now, you're an expert, so you obviously know which phone it is. Just mentally pick one right now, and then we'll go from there. In the real world, you don't get to choose what their phone is. They just, you're just supposed to know about every phone, obviously. So let's talk about what the first thing is. So the phone is upside down, right? So what's the first thing you should do? Should you pick up the phone, turn it over, look at it, or should you do something else, right? Now, if you don't know what the something else is, well, that's bad news. But let's say you do make your choice. So just think about what you would do in this situation. And the first issue is going to be face recognition. So newer devices can detect your face, and they will count that as a login attempt, right? You often get a couple of login attempts, around 5, I think. But on the newer devices, that counts as a attempt, and some of these toolkits rely on biometrics to bypass the login and get your access to all the data. So if you accidentally trip this, you're going to lose a couple of attempts. There is a small note. 2 days ago, iOS updated Face ID. All of a sudden, people are wearing a lot of masks for some reason, and because they are, Face ID will only try once now. It used to try twice, so it was far worse before. Now it's a little better. But otherwise, if you're able to extend your arm out in front of the device or put tape over the camera modules, you won't have any issues with this. But the fact is, if you don't know about it, well, you'll lose a couple of attempts. So you turn the phone over and it's off, right? So what's the easiest way to check that whether it's on or off, right? So there's a couple of things. There's a little button in the front, which is called the home button on the iPhone, and on the back of some of the Android phones, there's like a little thing on the back. You could try that, or you could try some of the buttons on the side, right? So on the newer iPhones, under the home button, there's a fingerprint sensor. And if you press it, well, you just lost another one of those attempts. Tape over the fingerprint reader totally works. Totally safe. You're not gonna break anything. Power button is the recommended to actually check if the phone is on or off, right? So you somehow managed to get through that. Let's preserve the maximum amount of evidence, right? So what can we do, right? If you've been in forensics, there's nothing wrong with turning a device off, right? But it's mobile, so you can't do that. So iOS devices that are unlocked by someone, they go into a special mode that has less security. But if you restart them, they go into a different mode which has more security, referred to as AFU and BSVU, respectively. So AFU is after first unlock and BFU is before first unlock, right? So if you decide to turn the phone off, you're going to be getting less data out of it. And it's not going to be good, right? So we want the evidence on the device to stay the same, right? So we need to isolate the phone from wireless networks. So let's think about how we should do this, right? If you decided to go slow from the beginning, you can use a Faraday bag here, right? But if you decide to go fast, you don't have a Faraday bag, right? Because you forgot to check everything. Now you're stuck. There's some other options that you can choose, but choose one. Just think about it for a minute, 30 seconds. All right. So airplane mode. So iOS devices can be configured to require unlocking to use airplane mode. Android devices will require unlocking if it's not in the quick settings bar. So if you need to drag it in and turn it on, you're going to need to unlock the device. And if you don't have the password, well, you can't do anything, right? This does not prevent you accidentally connecting the device to the network. You can still turn on like Wi-Fi if it's in airplane mode. It's not. It doesn't prevent you from accidentally turning something on, right? So not that bad, right? Removing the SIM card. So if you're on an iOS device, this will enable USB restrictive mode and lock the device. So if it was unlocked, if you remove the SIM card, it will lock it. It's one of the anti-theft options. If you went fast and you don't have anything, you can use arson can or empty paint can. That actually has great RFID isolation properties. So yes, even though you can get an arson can, you probably didn't have a portable power bank in your device kit. So your device probably restarted into BFU mode. So you just made yourself, it more difficult for yourself. You still managed to save some of the evidence though, so that's good. If you had a Faraday bag and a power bank, you would be able to keep the device fed and keep it from running out of battery. So you'd get the best chance at retrieving evidence, but like everything else, you have to be prepared, right? If you're not prepared, you're not going to get what you need, right? So let's talk about the witness of this phone, right? So somebody gives you an unlocked device and they say there's a video in it, what can you do, right? So if you have a Windows computer in your kit, I have a very small one in there. So if you double checked everything, you can plug in the phone, but if you didn't, you probably have to figure out what to do, right? So syncing on mobile devices. So iOS devices through iTunes and Android devices sync through your phone.exe, which is a Windows 10 application that's bundled into it, can have the metadata modified on the device. So when you plug it in, if sync is not disabled, you will actually be writing to the device. If you disabled sync, you're good. And you can get yourself some points here. You get half the points for an iPhone 4 because the camera quality is not that good, right? All right, so the suspect phone was unlocked. So should you attempt to take a backup? So remember, you got to plug it in, right? So if it's been less than 1 hour, you get the access to USB restricted mode. So USB restricted mode will shut off USB data after 1 hour. If you unlock it, it will re-enable it. If you don't have the password, you can't do anything. And Android devices require your unlocking for new devices. So if you don't have the password, you can't connect to it, right? So let's talk about backups, right? So when you have some backups, right, is it possible to add or remove backup passwords, right? So on iOS, you can always remove the backup password, but you can use anything else. Or on Android, you can add a password, or you cannot add a password, right? Those are very simple choices, right? So in iOS, iOS devices contain the backup password on a device. So when you create a backup, it comes with a password that's on the device, right? And it comes with a lot of useful stuff like the Wi-Fi passwords, health data. It comes with messages that have been synced from iCloud or whatever. You can take multiple backups. So if you take a password protected one, remove the password, and then take a non-password protected backup, you'll get the most data out of it. If somebody remembers their password later on, or they're told, or you find it on a sticky note, you can always unlock that password protected backup. But removing the password deletes the data. So if you remove the password to make your job simpler, you basically end up with a harder job, right? And Android devices will always yield more data if you apply a password. So when you do full backups on Android, you will get a password prompt that says, hey, put a password on this, you put a password on it, and you get more data out of it compared to non-password protected password backup. So if you've been playing along, this is kind of how it looks. If you did pretty well is about 70%. Not so well is about 48%. Terrible is 30%, and at 0%, the boss wants to talk to you for some reason. I'm sure he wants to give you a promotion. All right, I do have 2 minutes on the 15-minute. So if anybody has any questions, if there's anything interesting so far.
So thank you very much. Really, it was very interesting research, and I appreciate to listen to you. And I hope there are some people who will ask questions about this topic and this research. Now we are waiting your question. The people who are working in this field, especially. No one? Okay, thank you very much again, Lazaro Herrera. And this is the live session we completed already. And now we will close our session, and Dr. Kaya will explain how the people can reach the videos, offline videos on web page. And we will send your certificate via email to all of authors using the email. And if you have questions, please do not hesitate to write us via email, or you can use other tools. Thank you again for all of you.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, thank you to all of the presenters. Like Dr. Essa said, this session concludes the online or the live portion of the symposium. Again, I would like to take this chance to thank to the organizing committee, the scientific committee members, and all research team members for making this event happen today. And for the offline parts, there are a lot of very interesting research papers and recordings that are available. Like I said, you can find the links to the YouTube videos in the conference schedule. And please, go ahead and, watch the videos that are interesting to you and leave comments or questions under the video. And the authors will hopefully, answer your questions or, respond to your comments. And I would like to thank you all very much again for joining us today. And please know that we expect and appreciate your continued support and contributions in our future symposiums as well. And in the meantime, like Dr. Issa said, please let us know if there's any mistakes in the web page content or the proceeding of the symposium. And if you have any trouble viewing the offline presentation, just shoot us an email. We'll be happy to help. So please stay safe and healthy and enjoy the rest of your day.
Jihan, are you there?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, maybe you can give some information about the proceedings at the IEEE site. You can give some information about these things.
So far, we have collected all the copyright notices and all the latest versions of the camera-ready papers. We will be packaging those up within this week and we'll be submitting to IEEE. If there is no error from our side, it should be available to IEEE Explore in a month or so. And once it's been published to IEEE, definitely we will send you a notification email.
So thank you very much. And Dr. Hassan, do you want to say something? Are you there?
Yes, yes. I want to thank everyone who contributed to the event. So unfortunately, this took place video conference. I hope soon we will organize it again in Beirut.
I hope to. I hope in future we can organize again in Beirut and be together and discuss face to face.
Yes, this video conference wouldn't count as a full organization at AU Beirut. So we're still in the pending queue of organizing it, okay?
Okay, thank you very much. And Dr. Şeref Sağaroğlu, are you there? Maybe as a consortium member you want to add something to this meeting? I am not sure.
Yes, he is not here, I think.
Okay, okay. So thank you very much again for all of you and see you next year in another country or places. Thank you very much and we are closing up.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you. Dr. Mehmet Kaya. Okay, I think you can begin now.
All right, so we can get started. All right, hello everyone. My name is Mehmet Kaya. I'm an assistant professor at Syracuse University in New York. Today I'm happy to welcome you to the 8th International Symposium on Digital Forensics and Security on behalf of its organizing team and all consortium members. Thank you to each one of you for joining us during this difficult time. So since its first meeting back in May 2013 in the Department of Software Engineering at Prague University, Turkey, the symposium has been providing a setting for networking and focuses on research presentations from all around the world. Therefore, it provides a forum to learn about ongoing research, exchange ideas, and identify areas for research collaboration in the fields of digital forensics, information security, data privacy, cryptography, and computer science in general. Over the past 7 years, we have had very successful events in a number of very exciting places, such as Elazığ, Turkey, Houston, Texas, Ankara, Little Rock, Arkansas, Târgu Mureș, Romania, Antalya, Turkey, Barcelos, Portugal. And we were very excited and looking forward to meeting in Beirut, Lebanon this year, but due to the global pandemic, as you all know, we missed that opportunity this year, so hopefully that will, come again in a future date. So I can tell from my personal first-hand experience and observations that all participants benefited from these past symposiums greatly and left with a lot of valuable insights, research collaborations, and personal and professional connections. And I hope and believe that this year's event will also be very successful in achieving these objectives. So before I invite our keynote speakers, I would like to highlight a couple of points regarding the symposium and the meeting this year. So firstly, we're going to have a live technical session right after the keynote speakers' presentations. In addition to that, most of the technical presentations are offered online, and you can find the links to the presentations and presentation recordings in the conference schedule. You can follow those links to listen to the presentations at any point directly from the author of the paper. Providing networking opportunities is one of our main objectives in this symposium, so please do not hesitate to reach out to the authors if you find their research interesting and would like to initiate research collaborations or connections with them. You can find their emails on their papers and you can contact the author of the paper directly and perhaps schedule a Zoom meeting with them if you want to talk more about their research. You can also post your questions and comments about the papers on the comments section on the YouTube videos if you prefer to do so. And we kindly ask all of the authors to follow the comments and on their presentation videos and respond to them as much as possible. We're also kindly asking you to keep your microphones muted during the presentations, and we would like to let you know that the meeting host may remotely mute your microphones to provide the best experience to all audience.
So thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Dr. Kaya.
Looks like a very exciting place,
Yes,
and hopefully
yes.
we all would get a chance in future to visit that university. All right, so like I was saying, our next speaker is going to be Professor Dr. Navarro. He is the General Chair of the Symposium from Prague University. I'm sure you all know him very well by now because of his great efforts in organizing these events, and I would like to share a short biography of him as well. Dr. Navarro has extensive research and teaching experience from Prague University, Istanbul Technical University, Karlsruhe University in Germany. He received his PhD from Karadeniz Technical University in 1983, and he recently received a master's degree in the field of public administration in 2017 from Sam Houston State University. He joined academic studies on the field of computer systems at Indiana and Purdue Universities in 1990. He earned the title of associate professor in the field of energy education in 1991. In 1992, he had academic studies on computer-aided education and design at Salford and Bradford Universities in UK. In 1995, he was invited to Oklahoma State University in the US to have studies on vocational and technical education and informatics. He was invited to Germany to work on a project in the field of robotics at Bremen University, Germany, in 1998. Between 2003 and 2005, he taught different courses at West Virginia University in the US. He was the chair of software engineering department at Prague University between 2011 and March 2020. He taught introduction to digital forensics and information assurance, quantitative foundations of computer science and computer science core topic courses at Sam Houston State University between 2004 and 2019. He is currently a full-time professor at the Department of Software Engineering at the College of Technology at Prague University, Turkey. Dr. Esas.
So thank you very much for this introduction. And first of all, before I begin, I would like to thank all of you to join to this symposium. And I hope, although we are not face-to-face, we will use the technology facilities and we will success to do this conference well. COVID-19 has been an unprecedented challenge for every nation in the world. While most of us moved to online remote teaching to protect ourselves and our loved ones, we continue to cheer the heroics of nurses, physicians, and other essential personnel who serves us. Once this pandemic started to show up in the headlines, we took a proactive approach early in March and got approved by IEEE to conduct this year's symposium series remotely. ISDFS has been held every year since its first occurrence in 2013. Therefore, as the organizers of the event, we did not want to skip a year no matter what the circumstances were going to be. In the end, this new lifestyle increased the importance of cybersecurity and digital forensics, and institutions, companies are moving more towards the online practice of their businesses. Therefore, the importance of sharing ideas about cybersecurity and digital forensics with research teaching communities and technology companies is more vital than yesterday. We truly hope we can physically get together for the 9th series of the event in 2021. However, it is evident that we will not be able to go back to the lifestyle that we had before the pandemic and need to be ready for similar circumstances in future. That is why we know that this year's event is not intended to be all-inclusive, but will evolve over time as we learn more about this experience, as it provides important questions and checklists to consider moving forward. While originally scheduled to be held in Beirut, Lebanon, this year's event, the 8th International Symposium on Digital Forensics and Security, is held remotely online. ISDFS is an international symposium originally initiated in May 2013 by the Department of Software Engineering of College of Technology at Fırat University, Turkey. ISDFS is organized by a consortium consist of Fırat University, Samsun State University, Gazi University, University of Arkansas at Little Rock, San Diego State University, Youngstown State University, Hacettepe University, University of Medicine, Pharmacy, Sciences and Technology of Târgu Mureș, Romania, Polytechnic Institute of Kavedo and Eve, Balıkesir University, Başkent University, Association of Software and Cybersecurity of Turkey, Havelsan, Lebanon Arab University, and Singidunum University, Serbia. Historically, the first symposium in the chain was hosted by Fırat University in Elazığ, Turkey on May 20 to 21, 2013. The second at Samsun State University in Houston, Texas, USA on May 12 to 13, 2014. The third at the Gazi University in Ankara, Turkey on May 11 to 12, 2015. The fourth at the University of Arkansas at Little Rock in Little Rock, Arkansas, USA on April 25 to 27, 2016. The fifth at the University of Medicine, Pharmacy, Sciences and Technology of Târgu Mureș, Romania on April 26 to 28, 2017. And the sixth one in Antalya, Turkey on March 25 to 28, 2018. And the seventh one at the Polytechnic Institute of Kavedo and Eve in Barcelos, Portugal on June 10 to 12, 2019. The symposium technical program organized into 5 tracks: digital forensics, information security, data privacy, cryptography, and computer science in general. Starting with the symposium in Arkansas, the conference has been sponsored by the IEEE Society, and scholarly works disseminated in the symposium have been cited by Explore Scientific Index. Before I finalize my talk, first I would like to express my sincere gratitude and appreciation to all of the consortium members for helping ISDFS to grow each year. We have received 92 paper submissions this year, even though the negative effects of COVID-19. Second, I also would like to extend my appreciation to the IEEE Lebanon section and Dr. Yara Abdallah, Rector of Arab Open University in Beirut, Lebanon, and Dr. Hasan Sibeyti for their generosity in support of ISDFS 2020. And finally, I would like to take this opportunity to thank scientific committee members for their help during the paper review process. Thank you.
So we did create all the gates and we did a task for all the performance. Since our end gate was performed the best, was 0.25 seconds. Yes, it's a lot slower. We actually have an observed paper. It was only for about 45 milliseconds earlier on, but currently at this juncture, you can see on average it's about 0.2 of a second if we start doing multi-cheats. There is a lot additional delay in terms of computation when we started to have multi-cheats. But the timing wise, you can see it's astronomical increase in a very huge way. We managed to do it and test it out. For functional use, I don't think it is reasonable now, but as time goes by, we will try to optimize it and test out. Because the timing, the statistics timing that we get from is basically what the previous paper that the Versailles University is using. We will intend to go and take a look at what additional statistics that we can improve to make the performance of the arithmetic circuit faster. Because currently, no one is actually doing this. There is, in terms of the graph-wise, you can see this looks a little bit more linear. As it goes towards the division, it goes a lot more exponential. The division circuit, yes, is slow, but if we start moving into the floating point algorithm, which we have not done yet because we have earlier paper which we presented in Japan. So it will down to the kind of the multiplication circuit because we can do something to optimize this. We have not reached that point yet. It will take some time because all these are actually coding and this the circuit is actually very complicated, especially for my students. So it will take a while for us to get to that point.
Just gonna have to do it this way then. So here's a quick primer on acquisitions, in case you never heard anything about it. So acquiring advice is when you take some data from a device like this one, and you try to extract some sort of forensic usage out of it, right? The main types are logical acquisitions, file system acquisitions, and physical acquisitions. At the software level, you'll sometimes be able to get logical stuff pretty cheap. You don't have to pay a lot of money, for expensive tooling. But if you're going to go to physical, you're probably going to have to overpay for something from Celebrite or whatever, which will be really expensive. So on that front, physical acquisitions give you a lot of more data, like deleted data. So if somebody's been deleting files off their phone for whatever reason, you'll get that info. You also get the actual files. Well, logical acquisitions just give you what the operating system, like Android or iOS, are able to provide for you. On the acquisition fronts, you also have JTAG and cloud-based acquisitions, where you are actually attacking the chips on the board or connecting into debug points, or cloud-based, where you're extracting from Google Drive or iCloud. This was supposed to be a kind of workshop presentation where everybody would get a chance to try some of these tools or whatever, but we're not there. But if you are at home and you want to try this yourself, you can get yourself the tools. I've picked a couple of free tools. This slide I think is in my presentation. So you can download some of these tools and extract your own phone and see what data is available, which is cool.
No one? Okay, thank you very much again, Lazaro Herrera. And this is the live session we completed already. And now we will close our session, and Dr. Kaya will explain how the people can reach the videos, offline videos on web page. And we will send your certificate via email to all of authors using the email. And if you have questions, please do not hesitate to write us via email, or you can use other tools.
IEEE, definitely we will send you a notification email.
So thank you very much. And Dr. Hassan, do you want to say something? Are you there?
Yes. I want to thank everyone who contributed to the event. So unfortunately, this took place video conference. I hope soon we will organize it again in Beirut.
I hope to. I hope in future we can organize again in Beirut and be together and discuss face to face.
Yes, this video conference wouldn't count as a full organization at the AU Beirut. So we're still in the queue pending of organizing it. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. And Dr. Şeref Sağaroğlu, are you there? Maybe as a consortium member you want to add something to this meeting? I am not sure.
Yes, he is not here, I think.
Okay. So thank you very much again for all of you, and see you next year in another country or places. Thank you very much, and we are closing our session now. Thank you.